Do you work a full-time job other than YouTube, or do you only do YouTube? My passion for health and wellness and fitness. Do you plan to move out of Buffalo, or are you guys planning on staying there? Why did you start YouTube? You have to be true to yourself and do what makes you happy. Do you live in your apartment alone or with your boyfriend? What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cassie if you guys are new here. So today I thought it'd be fun to do a little Q&A, get to know me chat. I've never done one of these before, but I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me questions and I got a bunch of them. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of like sit down and film this today just so you guys can get to know me, and I think it's the best way to see what your audience and viewers want to know. So without further ado, we will just get started, and subscribe if you guys are not already, but let's get started. Okay, so I have the questions pulled up on my phone here. Just gonna like kind of go through them. So the first question is, where did you go to college? My first year I actually went to the University of Alabama. Went there for 1 year. I loved it. It was like the best experience. I met such awesome people. It was a really great experience away from home. But then I transferred home to the University of Buffalo and completed my degree there. So I was there for 3 years and I graduated last year, May. Yeah, last year, May. Oh my God, so weird. I already say that. Next question, how old are you? I'm 22. Do you plan to move out of Buffalo, or are you guys planning on staying there? Right now, probably staying here because my family's here, Matthew's family's here, and I do love being around my family and friends. I don't have any plans to move quite yet, but we've always thought about it because it's not exactly the best weather in Buffalo, and it would be cool to kind of like experience another city or state. But yeah, right now, probably just staying in Buffalo, but it's not off of my mind for the future, I guess. What inspired you to start a YouTube channel? So this is actually a question I get a lot. And to be honest, I wanted to start a YouTube channel for so long, but it took me forever to like finally do it. One day I just said, I'm starting it. I picked up a camera and I just went to town, and I didn't really know what I was doing, but I learned a lot along the way. But to be honest, I'm always on Instagram anyways, sharing my passion for health and wellness and fitness and meeting new people, connecting with new people, recipe ideas. It's just cool to make friends around the world and get different ideas and inspiration. So I wanted to start YouTube forever. One day I just did it and I'm so glad I did. I thought it'd be cool to just like document my journey and also help inspire others along the way. I've been watching YouTubers for so long, and a lot of them have made like such an impact on my life and helped give me motivation and inspiration and just helped make my life for the better. There's a lot of people that I watch that I really have gotten so much value out of and have really helped inspire me throughout like my health and fitness journey. And so that's what I want to do for you guys, and just be there as like a friend and a good chat. And I want people to come to my channel feeling happy and inspired and motivated and leave with some sort of value. So I hope that I'm doing that for you guys. I know that I recently started, like, I don't know, I think it's been like 4 months now, and I'm really loving it. I've already met a ton of people, and yeah, it's just been really fun. I love it. I can't wait to see what the future happens with it. And yeah. Another thing too is when I was younger, one of my best friends, Val, and I would always take videos and edit them on iMovie and like upload them to Facebook, or I don't even know where we put them, but like that's what we would do every day. We'd have sleepovers every night, and that's what we would do. We would be obsessed with it. So I've always loved filming and editing videos as well. Obviously a little bit different than what I'm doing now, but like still the same idea. So I've always had a passion for filming and editing and creating content and just like putting content out there to help inspire, and that's what I'm hoping that I'm doing. So that's another thing too. I've just like always loved videoing and creating videos and taking pictures, and it's just been really fun. It's something I've done since I was little, and now it's cool to see that it's kind of grown into something a lot larger. Do you work a full-time job other than doing YouTube? Yes. So this is another question that I always get. I do also have a full-time job, a 9-to-5. I graduated from my college last year and I got a degree in business. So I'm actually working for a doctor. I am his marketer. I promote his services, and it's cool because it's kind of like a work from home job. I'm on the road a lot and I am constantly out marketing him, but I really like it, and it's a passion of mine as well. It's like a sales job. So I do that, and then I also do YouTube, and then I also have my own online business that I do as well. So bunch of different jobs, but they are all super fun and they all kind of like come together. Tips on moving out of your parents' house. So when I was in college, I lived in apartments, and I'm very fortunate to have done that because it gave me the experience of living on my own, but still being in a routine of like going to college and not completely being in the real world quite yet. But I think saving up money is definitely a big tip. Living on your own, especially living alone, is very expensive, but to me, I think it's worth it. I am like a super independent person. I love my parents, I love my family, but I am very independent, and I love having my own space, just like kind of creating my space to what I love and feeling comfortable. So saving money, making sure you're organized, and always anticipating, you know, budgeting and anticipating what you're going to have for expenses. So those would be my tips, but I think that it's not a bad idea if you want to move home after college to save money to move out. I did that. So I graduated college in May, I moved home for a few months, and then I moved out in January. So it helped to just get my finances in order while I started working a full-time job to see, you know, where my finances were at. And then eventually when I was at the position where I could move into my own apartment, that's what I did. But I love having my own space. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love my parents. I still go home all the time, but I really love having my own space. And especially because the jobs that I do have, they are very remote work jobs, like they're very work from home type jobs. So it's nice to have my own space. And yeah. Do you live in your apartment alone or with your boyfriend? So I actually moved in by myself, and then during this quarantine, we just started to live together because of everything going on. So we live together now, but I originally started living here on my own. Tips to stay motivated and on track with health and fitness. I think my biggest tip is to find a routine that works for you. Find a routine that you really love. So whether that means a routine that you love for fitness or something you love when it comes to health and healthy eating, figuring out what you like, which obviously comes from trial and error, because then it won't seem like such a chore to you. It will be just more so your everyday routine. So I have found the different workouts and eating habits and styles and foods that I love that make me feel good. And so for me, I'm excited to do those things and I love doing those things, but I had to figure out kind of like what worked for me and what I was passionate about and the things that I didn't really like. So trial and error, like I said, but my biggest tip is to find something that works for you. Figure out a routine that you like, routine that you're happy in, and to always listen to your body. When it comes to motivation, I am not always motivated. Like, I wake up a lot of the days really motivated and excited to crush my goals. By the way, I'm a morning person, so I try to get the things that I really need to get done in the morning, and working out is definitely one of them, because after like 4 o'clock I'm like ready to go to sleep. But anyways, when it comes to motivation, I'm not always motivated, but I do things that keep me motivated. I like to listen to a lot of podcasts. I like to go for walks. I like to get my workouts done in the morning, because I know in the morning I have the most energy. In the afternoon I don't want to work out. I know that healthy eating makes me feel really good, so that's where my motivation lies. But not every day am I super motivated and can't wait to crush my goals. There's definitely days where I'm tired and I want to just relax, and on those days I do listen to my body. I think it's important to always be kind to yourself, listen to your body, and make sure you're doing the things that you like to do, but not like stressing out about it and like overcompensating. Favorite workout. My favorite workouts are definitely like HIIT workouts, plyometric. I love high intensity workouts. They're my favorite. And then also spinning. Spinning has been a passion of mine for about a year and a half now, and it's funny because a new spin studio opened up a few years ago, and I went one day and I absolutely fell in love with it. I love it. And I think the reason why I really like spinning is because I danced my whole life, and so when we're on the bike dancing with the music, it just reminds me of when I used to dance. So I absolutely love spinning. I have such a passion for it. It makes me so happy, and I love the studio I go to. I have met such awesome people there, such incredible instructors, and I think the community is just like amazing. So spinning is like probably my number one, and then also like plyometric HIIT type workouts. Do you want kids one day? Yes, we definitely want kids one day when we're married. I don't know, I just can't wait to be a mom. I can't wait to have my own family one day and my house. I don't know, I just think it would be so cool. And people have always told me I'm like very wise beyond my years. So I'm only 22 years old, but people will be like, you're like a 32-year-old trapped in a 22-year-old's body. I feel like I'm like an old lady. I'm like ready to have kids, like do all the things. But yes, I cannot wait to have kids. I just can't wait for that part of my life. Obviously not anytime soon, but I'm looking forward to it eventually. Do you drink? So I don't really drink. I wouldn't call myself necessarily like a partier. I like to socially drink, so like I like a good glass of wine with a nice dinner. I'll have wine on the weekends, but I don't drink too much, more so just like socially, like out to dinner, or yeah, that's really it. Not a big drinker, but I do enjoy a good glass of wine or like a good cocktail. Favorite food. So this depends. I love salads. I love Nourish Bowls. They're like my favorite things to make home because you can just make so many different variations of them and they're so good. But I would say my favorite food is sushi. I love a good sushi place. We have a favorite place that we go to downtown Buffalo. It's called Cooney's. If you guys live in Buffalo, you have to go there. It is the best in Buffalo, the best. But sushi, so good. I love it. How do you stick to healthy eating all the time? So kind of back to my old point, find healthy alternatives that you love. So if you love pizza or you love burgers and fries, just finding the alternatives that are healthy, because then it won't seem like a chore to you. I think you really have to find what works for you, and that always comes through trial and error. But I genuinely love eating healthy because I love the foods that I make, I love the variations, and I love how they make me feel. When I started on my health and fitness journey, I felt like all I could eat was like chicken and broccoli and rice. And although that was fine in the beginning, I got really bored of it. So eventually I found that you can literally make anything you love into a healthy version of it. So that is what I've done, and I just know that nourishing my body with healthy foods makes me feel really good. But obviously listen to your body, everything in moderation, like don't limit yourself. But I think that there's so many foods out there nowadays that you really can transform into a healthy variation. All the resources that we have nowadays, I feel like there's so much out there that you really can have anything that you want, just make it healthy. Do you and Matthew ever fight? So I hate to be like that person, like, oh no, we never fight, but like, we really don't fight. Like, he's like my best friend. I mean, we definitely have arguments here and there, but like, he's so chill, I'm so chill. Like, we don't really fight. Yeah, we don't. I don't know. I don't mean to like sound like that girl, but we really don't. I feel like we're just chill and like go with the flow. But in the same sense, I'm like more OCD than him and he's more like chill, so I feel like we kind of balance each other out. But at the end of the day, we come together as like a partnership, and yeah, he's like my best friend, so we don't really fight, but we do have arguments every now and then, but nothing crazy. I think the biggest thing in a relationship is just communication and trust, and to be honest with each other. How to not care what other people think. So a lot of people ask this question as well, and I think the biggest thing is you just have to be true to yourself and do what makes you happy, because at the end of the day, the right people will come into your life because of that. You will attract and draw in the right people because you are being true to yourself, doing what you love, and being your authentic self. So I think that's the biggest thing. When I started YouTube and started doing things that maybe other people would make fun of or would think was like weird or not cool, I knew I was doing it for the right reasons, because I wanted to and because it made me happy and I loved it. And so I kind of just continued to do the things that I loved because they made me happy, and I felt like everything really fell into place. But I think just staying true to yourself and knowing that you are on the path that you're supposed to be on, and to always stay true to yourself, and everything will happen the way that it's supposed to. How to become a morning person. Let me just say, I was not always a morning person. I feel like within the past few years, I've definitely become a morning person, and I love the mornings. I feel as if I have the most energy in the mornings. However, I wasn't always a morning person. But tips that helped me is when I started working a 9 to 5, I had to be a morning person as well. But going to bed earlier the night before, I know this sounds like a silly tip, but it is so true. There's days where I'll go to bed later, and then I definitely do not want to wake up early in the morning. So going to bed earlier so you can wake up earlier. Also, when you're waking up, what are you doing? Are you doing something that's going to make you excited and happy? Do you have like a good morning routine that you love? Or are you dreading to get out of bed? When I wake up in the morning, I'm like really excited for the day. I can't wait to have my lemon water. I can't wait to make my coffee. I'm obsessed with coffee. I can't wait to work out in the morning and start editing and just get my day going, start working. But I have things that I look forward to when I wake up, so that helps. But if you want to be more of a morning person, maybe just do, you know, a half hour earlier than you would normally get up and ease into it. It's not like you have to wake up at like 5 in the morning every single day. That might be a little bit extreme. But if you wake up at 8 in the morning one day and you know, you want to try to become a morning person, maybe try like 7 or 7:15 or 7:30, and then kind of like ease into it and see how your body reacts. What is your favorite color? My favorite color is pink, and I also love white. So I like white for like my aesthetic of like my house, and I like how it's just like bright and clean, but I love a good pop of light pink. So cute. What is your favorite thing about Matthew? My favorite thing about him is that he is just like the most caring person ever. He's so kind and he's so caring and so compassionate, and those are all traits that I really love about him. I think they're like very unique to him, and yeah, those are my favorite traits. Favorite splurge purchase? I don't know if this is really an answer, but honestly, I think it's this apartment. So when I decided I wanted to move out, I literally looked at 3 apartments. I looked at this apartment and I think I signed the lease like 5 hours later. It was very in the moment. I kind of just did it, but I knew I wanted to move out. I knew I had wanted to move out for a while, and I knew it was the right choice, but I also did it very, very quickly, and I had support from my family and my friends. but I did it very quickly and it's turned out to be the best thing ever. I love having this place, so that would be like my favorite thing that I've done. How to find the right friends. I'm struggling with friends right now and need some inspiration. So with friends, I think when you are doing the things that you love and going to the places that you love, the right people will come into your life. I go to a lot of like workout studios and spin studios and gyms, and I have found really awesome people there, but it's because we have similar passions. And so I found a lot of people there, a lot of people on social media I've connected with. I still have a lot of really good friends from high school and when I was little. So I think when it comes to finding friends, it's just finding the right ones that are true to you and will support you with whatever you're doing and always be cheering you on. And I also think with friends, a big thing for me is if I feel like someone's not bringing out the best in me, I know they might not be a true friend. So I always look for somebody who will inspire me and somebody who will want to make me be a better person and show like the best qualities of myself, because I think that's what a friend should do. You should have a friend where you're excited to be around and somebody who lifts you up. And yeah, those are like my tips on friends. I know friends can be like a hard thing because when you're changing, your friends might change, but I swear to you, the people that are meant to be in your life and the people that are true to you will stay with you no matter what. Alright guys, that does conclude my little Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, really supports my channel. Don't forget to subscribe because I upload every Tuesday and Friday, and click the notification bell so you guys get notified every single time I upload. If you have video suggestions, please let me know. I will leave my Instagram here so you guys can message me on there. I'm always on there, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you in my next one. Bye.